Samoa's natural waters are special. Something goes in there, comes out different. Natural Samoa water.
E tā wale mai o le leo se o le a avea mau sui fifilia mo lau saufanga i nupi wha. O le tu langa i whaingo fia i nupi wha na whasafua lau saufanga ma whamanianga mai nupi wha. Mo e pe le mama mai a te oi. Asa suwane se ofisa nupi wha la tāne. Pe wala au mai le ono wha lalu o o.
Tāwhalawa Samoa, I'm Jack Ty Laban. For any competition, I'm all about speed, skills, culture, and of course, my technique. Wa'ua leo.
O lawin siwa e au wala i se te unga tupe mo le lumana i manuia. E mole puipuinga tau tupe o lo soifua, mai mawhai o na tauna no atu, mo so se mahua anga i te fina ngalo iai.
Samoa Life, le insiua mo tangata nuu o Samoa.
We're here to give the opportunity to people for full-time work in New Zealand as a skilled worker, so trades, carpenter, mechanic.
A feel my nei loy le Federal Pacific Finance no so mana onga tau tupe ba serving Samoa's.
For me, when I heard from Hairani, he's one of the actor of this film. The story of the Amau movement has been rewritten by Puloto McCarthy. O le tala lea ia tukua tamasese ma le mau. O leo tusia matoe mamatu i leata. E le sunga ia Puloto. O ma fau lava i le tāhua o le nei. O le nei tala faso pito le atu. I tutonu a onga langa i ese le tāhua le whamoe moe nei. Mana tofo. O tala ia tupua tamasese fai mai le pese fale e le whanata avili wa ote mai tu lai si li mo fai mai o kuna le pese ai fai mai na le whanlomo ai le iwa ai tonu po ai na whana ina le whana o ai na masoe ai tupua tamasese o ai na mafua iot e le iwa ai tino ia a o le tāhua le whamoe le ua tāpena e Puloto ma le maena. O le ama ai tino ita maiti o le ama tamata i le ngata lau le tupulanga i tenine. A o le ama ai moa i Samoa ma le lalolani atoa. I lea fo i tala whasolopito tātou isti. The reason why, because if we read in the Bible, o tātou tala noa i tala whasolopito Israel, ai kupito whai mai o le nuu sa no fupolonga Israel. O tātou tala noa le Exodus e soto, leo ese mai o Israelu mai tono e kupita. O tātou tala noa i le tala whai mai tupu tau o tāmita. But why not us, Samoa? Why not us? Tau te leftango whi foi e tuu i siata of our countries. E siamita le tā ua le nal whamoe moe. A tu le tuspa ia. Fai mai le tua, I am who I am. O au, o le tua lava. Langa o le tua, e tupunga mai a tato uma. O le atua e o le mana, e o le file mu, e o le malosi. E o no whai atu le nā matau. Ana le ai le atua nā, e tātou te le penei ni tai hau. Nanga o le atua o mea uma o le universe, heaven and earth. O le atua o mea uma. O lona winga la ia te au le mafua no whai mai. O le atua o le mau. He is incarnated through his beloved Son, Jesus Christ. Jesus is the mau where God revealed through the universe and the world. Yes, because we never see God. Tato te le vai le atua. Pato tangata na mori mawina Yesu, o ila tonga, o witness na natai. O ila tofu la nafta, mo fi tō iata, ma wha amatala wa venga, wha amano roma, o launga, ma me wha na whaizu, e o le crucifixion. A tato mata le passion of Christ. Tasi fo le nā te tau ala ngore vai tau le nei o le vai tau tau. O mai le o la fau, o wha ali mai, vai tau le lengi. E wha tau, o le o la fau. O whai loa mai an tātou. E pei fo rana tau a ile le fiumia. O tupua tamasese. O le ola fau mo Samoa. O le toto na masaa mo Samoa. Na ia whaia le freedom, sautonga. Na ia whaia le peace, file mu. O le alofa, lam. E ta ui e tanga ta uma o Samoa. Na mafu ai, o na oti, ia pe ma liu tupua tamasese. God gave his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, the mouth. That is the mouth from heaven for the universe and the world. He is the Savior and give us freedom. Free tato le lalang. Before the faith to poor. Lango to poor now Samoa. But to Yesu, the whole world. Or peace. Love, abundant as all. Ia, o se ku wha marosi le mo tātou. Kura tu ma le wha moe moe. Wha manu ia le tua. Ia to e te tala le tua misi ku nā bai. E sanga tala, tala i bea le ne yata. Ia a bea foi le ne yata o le a nā wha lia. Se teini mani aso i luma. E whai māta e wha lau i loa tu e sa moe i lalo langa. So se tulu inga e mata whai tau, ia whataua. O tau uma o le a eki ina before, actors, actress, mai la tau uma involved to le production lea. Ia whamanuia le tua. Whaangangana, whataleni na pe le tua tau. Mai sia being. Elo whai atu, we give glory to our God. He is the one. Bless us, mind, soul, and heart. Amen. Si tātou te tāna. Le tuai. Fo i ale vi inga i lau fio ngai mea uma o e whai. O le nei tai au. O le tai au lau na e whai. Sa tele whawhita au le whia ngai man tāpe nā ngore ni wha moe moe. Mai si fo le tau whai tu whatasi. Ai whawhitai lo wanga le leilo file mu, i mawhauwhau, o la ngona, e mai se furu na natu le leima le tale, na e tu wina i ankulotu, ma i lato uma watu whaatisia le nei whamoe moe, mātou te talu whawhitai. Awana i ate i mātou se metasi, ni ate i mātou se viinga. Tu natu i ate oe, ona o loa lof, ma lou whamaoni, whamangalo i mātou, o ni mea usise, o ni mea ufale tonu, i awo ona nei. Ua tā pena ina le nei wha moe moe. Wha mangalo wha tasi malo tunu u mane rarahane. O la mātu o lenga mare tāru talonga i atoe. Wha manuia i apulotu. Mai se fuero na wa. Wha manuia le bore fau. I lanto uma o lango le nei wha moe moe. Ia mea fo le nei wha moe moe ma le nei production tāua. Ia whai mala e wha lau i loa tuai Samoa. E le ngata o le atunu. O le lalolango. Ia maso se tasi mo o mia. Le visoasani mani vaenga whamanuia o le nei ata. Tai oi vaenga o tutoe o le nei asu. Whamanuia le atunu, whamanuia i lato umala, mai si fui lato tāpena ina le nei whamoe moe. Ia i ailo wanga le lei whamoe moe. tātou ma oe le li ie, te ie tūpō, Iesu ke viso o mātou gole ma o mātou tālo atua i nei. Amen.
Alek mano. Hey hey. Oh. Hey hey. Oh. Oh. Hey. Alek mano whaptai lava tu mua lava on boli being ala tātou te pāu i langi mo nei foi lava ala no wha auro po mātu mo fia o tātou whairoa e foi lava tono nei no wha ma mātu mo fia. Whaptai toi foi e songa whaptai ngai ngā taimi foi whaamanoa mo ia wā foi i tala roi o tātou whaamanoa. Nā wema foi masani ai songa whaptai ngai nei te iwa nalo i tia. Ai sere tā ua o ni tamai nā rofa le mo toi lava whaptai tele a lea whai ngā wema ale tamau na veseta e le sunga whaptai ngai ngā whaamanoa Rani, Tai, nita ka whai mo fia o ngā wenga, Tai, rāwa sunga whaptai ngai ngā o lo teimi. Well, firstly, thank you so much everybody for being here, all the different news meetings. And I know you're all very busy, but of course to put aside the time to be here, thank you, means a lot, not only to me, but also the cast and crew of the Mau and a visitor. My name is Pelotu Canada McCarthy, and I'm obviously I'm the writer and director and one of the producer of this production. It's a blessing to be here today, and you know, and I personally say a big thank you to our sponsors, especially our major sponsor, Vodafone Samoa. Number one, of course, telecommunication company here in Samoa, and we're blessed to be here with the marketing manager of Vodafone, Fiona Ivan from Summer. So can I just ask for your big round of applause for Mole? For Vodafone, the management team. Obviously, Rana couldn't make it today, but that's good because at least we have Samoan management here instead of Sri Lanka. But that's okay. We are grateful, everybody, as you all know, this play has been staged in New Zealand as well as Australia. It's always been a dream of mine to bring this play here in Samoa, because the Mau and the Visitor belongs to just about every Samoan in the whole wide world. And I wanted to bring him here so badly because I have no idea how much our young people know about our history, know about the Mau, and know about Tupua Tamasese. So we're grateful to Vodafone for jumping on board and work together and putting this on to coincide with the 62nd Independence Day celebration, June 1st of this year. We've been working closely with the Ministry of Education, if you're my star or Aonga, if you're my Honourable Sayula Yoane, as well as the Pulisili CEO of Yoma Ayau Hazelman. So there's a very high chance that there's also a second screening of the Mau and the Visitor on the 3rd, which is on a Monday. So the premiere is on the 1st of June, but of course the second matinee, the matinee is on a Monday, 3rd of June, at the same venue, which is of course the theatre in Manifa, Ministry of Education and Culture Hall. It's a beautiful theatre, brand new, and we're very, very excited and we're looking forward to staging the premiere as well as the matinee for all the schools on a Monday, 3rd. I know you have a lot of questions that you want to ask. You're probably asking, well, where are the cast? We have probably the majority of the cast here with us this morning, and I just want to take that moment just to introduce some of them here. The rest of the cast are obviously a few of them couldn't make it because they're working, and others are actually at Daisy. Daisy plays how about a big round of applause for Daisy from the morning. Daisy will probably say a few words very, very shortly, but Daisy plays a leading character which is called Sina Lane. I think on the premiere, on the night of the production, you will find out who Sina Lane is and what her connection is to Tupua as well as the rest of the play. And we don't want to give away too much this morning, but Sina Lane plays a leading character, which is a beautiful character, beautiful, talented, played by talented Daisy. Right in front here, of course, is Heini. He's very, very talented, as you've seen him probably on TV3, one of the hosts of TV3. Plays a character, very central character in the play called Tupua Tamsese. Yeah, Robert the Third. And as you can see, he definitely looks like Tupua. Yeah? Or maybe Tupua's great-grandson. I'm not sure. I'm still researching that. So yes, he's a very, very talented actor, and we're so pleased to have him be part of our production. Just behind this gentleman here is, of course, Christina Falani. Could you give her a big round of applause, please? Christina Falani is our stage manager. She's also an employee of the Ministry of Education office here in Samoa. So we're blessed to have her because we tend to know a lot about the rules and everything about the theatre. And my goodness, just a real blessing to have her as part of our crew. So she's a stage manager. And thank you, Christina Falani, for being here today. Very beautiful. And of course, on right here is Losa. Can I just ask you to stand up, please? Losa Bourne. Losa Bourne here. Give her a big round of applause for one morning. Losa Bourne works for the Ministry of Women Community Office here in Samoa. And she also plays a character, which is also another central character in the play, which is called Losa. The real name is Rosa, and the character name is called Rosa as well. So she's amazing. She's very, very talented. And again, we're pleased to have her be part of the play. Thank you, Rosa. She's got beautiful dialogue. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's a real Samoan actor, and she can deliver those dialogue. Can I just have Paul Irving, please? Let's give Paul Irving a big round of applause. Paul Irving is a New Zealander living here in Samoa on a contract, I think working for some agency in New Zealand and Australia. Paul's character plays the great-grandson of Richard Wallace. Richard Wallace was one of the Palangi character who happens to be a police officer that was involved in a shooting. And his great-grandson is, of course, this man, played by Paul Irving. And Paul Irving's role is he has a monologue in the beginning where he talks about the story before it takes place. And of course, his last monologue at the end of the play, where you get to understand the full story and where he comes from, and of course his relationship with Richard Wallace, the young Richard Wallace, who's a central, one of the leading role in the play with the Maori Visitor. So with that, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul Irving. Very, very talented man as well, from New Zealand, Australia. Can I have Tomata Joe Alessandra from Ramone? Please let's give him a big round of applause. Another high chief from here in Samoa. As you all know, if you do a little bit of research on the Mau, you'll find out that Famuina is right-hand man of Tupua Tamsese. And of course, Famuina plays by this amazing, talented actor. So we're very, very blessed. We've been traveling around the city trying to find somebody, even our auditioning process to find somebody who was perfect for Famuina. And we finally discovered this man, and we're blessed. So that Famuina character is played by Joe Alessandra Tomata. He looks like Famuina, big man too like Famuina. And of course, Victory, can I have your Victory? Victory plays another character in the play, not a very funny character as well, but also the son of Lawaki Namunaulu. His name is Jacopo, and you'll find out more about his journey and his dialogue during the play or the premiere and also the matinee. So Victory, another very, very talented actor. He works for a law firm here, and I know he's going to be amazing in the future, helping so many criminals here in Samoa when he finally graduates from the US. So with that, thank you, Victory. Blessing to have you as part of our team. And of course, on my right here is FBI. This man here is truly amazing. Representing Horrible, let's give him a big round of applause. Not only he plays a character called Fata, one of the chiefs of Tupua Tamsese, Fata, or Faka with a K, but he's also our designer for Vodafone, and he's been doing all that you've seen a lot with our publicity, all comes from this man. And he is just truly amazing, and we're blessed to have him being a part of our team. So thank you, FBI, that's his real legal name, FBI. Thank you, FBI. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, lastly, as I was saying earlier, some of our cast are at work and at school. My wife, she's obviously the one behind me who constantly pushed me to make it happen. Moto McCarthy, who's here, she's also one of the producers, as well as she's our AD, Assistant Director, when I'm not around. With that, that's our cast and crew who are obviously here this morning, and I want to take this moment again to thank you all for being here. Please feel free to feel grateful for Vodafone for making this happen, because like I said earlier, it's been a dream of mine to bring this to Samoa, because our young people deserve to see this play. We've had all the Samoans living overseas watching this play in different states of Australia as well as New Zealand, but I wanted our people to see it because it is also their play and their history, this production of the Maori Visitor. So with that, I thank you all for coming. Thank you to Vodafone again. A whionga ia whamoina a sanga, but if we love it, tato whafonga o le tato whamoimoia Lauren. Sunga whawhengaina, whaataira wamono tangi whamanoa, ai whamanuia le tua e tua umalo vai ona lofa malona ngarele, ai e rawa tato numa na tato whairoi fustani o luma, ai whasaifuia e na vea.
Lima minuti o le play, ia mo mamano tato wala au lia. Ai DJ pa mamone se tato bese pa tatari ai se isi mai le mamano le. Ti pa mamone.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Can we? Yeah. We're just gonna push this back a bit. We're just going to have this. This is part of the play, the production, and this is one of the scenes heading towards the middle of the production. It's a beautiful scene between Tupua Sisi and Sinalei. I don't want to give away too much. We don't want to give away too much as well of the play, but it's a beautiful scene, and that's all I can say. Tupua Sisi and Sinalei. Thank you.
Talo Fasinale. Here, come. Sit next to me. As you know, we are facing tough times with this new administration and the future of our nation. But we must continue to stand together as one people. Sometimes our human emotions clouded our thinking by doing the right thing. But Singer, you must never, ever turn your back on your family, let alone your country of birth, the country that your ancestors fought many wars on and won. So if you want to prolong those legacies,
when Medimpa was arrested earlier, she mentioned something about the truth about me, but she wouldn't say anything more. What was she talking about?
Singer, don't you worry about Messi. She's obviously confused and filled with the evil spirits from the Balangis. But you just do the right thing. Remember, never lose sight of who you are. Go home. Go home to your parents. And tell your father I will see him on Saturday at the big March celebration.
Please be careful. I've had numerous dreams about you, but I don't know what they mean.
I'll be fine, Sina. Don't worry.
Wow, I'm speechless. That's a remarkable performance. If this is one of the scenes for the night, I would definitely not miss it. For our next on our program is my favorite part of the Fukalami is question and answers, and don't worry, our team media will definitely have your time. Whatever film for the play, the mouth and the visitor. Thank you. First up, for our first question,
Yeah, sure.
Our first question, why did you choose to create the Mao and the Visitor production?
Thank you, Lauren. You know, and it was quite funny because while I was in uni, I stumbled into a very small cartoon book during my studies, and it was about the Mao movement. And I didn't know anything about the Mao, even though I was born here, but went over to New Zealand as a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and then I found out a little bit more about the Mao movement. And then from then on, it got me interested. So I started finding out a little bit more about it. That research extended to a trip here to Samoa, where I had some conversation with the Nelson family, as well as Tupuola Efi, and also Sume Atulepa Sailere Maile Maui at the time when he was the Prime Minister. And I still recall that conversation. But that got me really interested about this part of our history. So I decided about the Mao movement or the Mao history in Auckland, New Zealand, got me more interested because I thought I'm going to be the first one to write about this part of our history. And truly, I was the first one. And I was really grateful because at the same time, I was also nervous because I thought there were times where people were talking, who's this guy? Was he writing about the Mao? This is our history. This is our story. We don't want people to talk about the Mao. But I was very, very happy because after staging the production, people were crying. People were so empowered by the play that all they wanted to do was to hug me and thank me for what I did with the production in Auckland, New Zealand. So from then on, we decided to empower more people by taking the play to Australia. But that's how I got really interested, not only because I wanted to be the first to write about it, but I just wanted to tell this part of our history to our younger people, especially those overseas who has never heard about this part of our history. And it's a constant reminder, not only to us older people, but especially the young ones, that we had ancestors who have fought so hard for our rights and freedom that we have today. If it wasn't for them, who knows? We could be living in Taiwan, Guam, or even China. You know, so we're grateful. We should be grateful, and it's something that we should celebrate every year. And that was the whole motive behind it. Thank you, everybody. I hope that answered your question, Lauren.
Thank you so much, George. Our first question for Vodafone team. How is what motivated Vodafone to support the Mao and the Visitor production of the Island?
Thank you for the question. What motivated Vodafone on the 28th of December 1926 was the Mao movement. 1929. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is in fact one of the most tragic yet most inspiring stories in the history of Samoa. And to have someone for the first time to write a production from this story is a big accomplishment. And to have Vodafone as part of this is, we are fortunate to be part of such a big production. Not only writing the production, it's going to be the first of its kind in Samoa. And this has led Vodafone to be a partnering sponsor, to be able to convey. The sad truth is most of our young folks today do not know about Mau movement, the Mau movement. Even when I heard Lafionga Pulotu in writing this, I had to go back and read it for myself. And having this production be done in Samoa would be, a wake-up call to most of our young folks there, and for those that do not or have not heard of the Mau movement. And just like what Pulotu said, if it wasn't for our forefathers that have fought for our freedom, maybe we wouldn't be here where we are today. So Vodafone is thrilled to be part of such an auspicious event, and we do look forward for the actual
for Vodafone, the Vodafone side in partnership with the Mau, what is Vodafone contributing in the Mau and the visitor production for your item?
Thank you, Lauren. Vodafone plays a pivotal role in the production. We are a partner, communication partner, assisting Pulotu and the entire cast with the production. We also have sponsored the venue for all their weekly practices and that, and just more support in the entire production. And we do have a lot of events, and this was one that we did not want to miss out for this year. So thank you, and I really acknowledge the hard work by Pulotu and Aumua, plus the entire team of the Mau and the village and the visitor production for this, and we're pretty excited for it.
Thank you. I didn't know if you also found Vone. Second question for you. What aspect of this production excites you the most?
There's no such aspect in the play where really excites me. It's the whole production. Putting the whole production right from the beginning. Here to be involved, companies to be involved with, staging that's all of it. And no particular aspect of the production really excites me, Lauren. I'm just blessed that I'm able to put this on here, stage this production here in Samoa with the help of so many talented actors and actresses, as well as the filmmaker from Wina and Vodafone and other companies such as Motonga Hotel and Motonga Upholstery, and lucky Food Town to be able to stage this for all our people here in Samoa. I'm truly, that's really exciting. And also our government, the Ministry of Education, as well as that's all.
Thank you, Lord. I have one more question, but of course.
And Manuel, I'm sorry.
I have one more question, but of course we'll come to you after,
okay,
as you're the director. But I would definitely have two more questions with one of our beautiful cast, Mataya Daisy Tawai. From Daisy, our first question for you is, how do you personally feel about being part of this production?
Honestly, thank you for the question. Honestly, it's been a phenomenal, life-changing, being a part of something from the past that created us. I mean, that being a part of a historical moment in Samoa it's just mind-blowing. I can't even think of a better word, but I'm blessed and fortunate and very grateful to play this part, especially Sinale part. Playing her, I mean, I can't even imagine what's going on in her head, but at the same time, I can relate to it. It's an everyday life. But so far, it's been a phenomenal journey, and And I just can't wait to show you, like, to show everybody, I mean, what we've been working hard on.
Thank you, Daisy. Last question, for our Samoan youth, what would be your advice for them?
Go back to, never forget who they are. I mean, I know of the Mau, because we learn about it in school. Year 12, year 13, around that time, it's in the curriculum. But when I'm in the play, it gives me an insight of what actually went down during the Mau. Because in the curriculum, who was in it, I mean, the year it started, that's it. But it didn't give us the real story of what, you know, the emotional and everything that went inside. And I'm grateful to know all this. So my advice to all the youth out there is to go back and then try to learn our history, because it created us and then it brought us where we are now.
Thank you so much, Daisy. And for last question, Fiona, thank you. Kulotu, Kadeti Nahabo, Olifisidi Muli. One man to I miss what I told my mom, I want a maid for sure. Lower and Yaina, if you're matter and therefore play, what can the audience expect on the premiere night in June?
Well, that's a very good question, Lauren. Look, this is something new here in Samoa. Obviously, it's never been done before, apart from Sunday schools that we normally go to a church hall and so forth. This is a professional production where you're going to see something completely different in a theatre. And we're going to transform it into a Western theatre setting, and I encourage our people to come and bring your whānau to come and watch it, because it's, you know, our work is all about, our generation is all about promoting our history and to our younger people, new generations that are coming through. And I know sometimes our schools doesn't have contributed from left, right and centre in our society. This is part of that. Doing our work and bringing something to help out with the knowledge gained to our young people so that they can maintain that because we shouldn't be forgetting what happened in the past. The blessings that we have today, blessings that we obviously got from our ancestors. So we should be not only remember that all the time, but we should be constantly reminding our children about it. So, you know, so we all have to play a big part in passing that on and making sure our people will expect a very powerful performance by the whole production team. We've done it, we have a history, we've done it in New Zealand, we've even done it in different states in Australia, and we know what our people, what they will be going through on the night. Some of you will be laughing your head off, some of you will be crying, then you laugh again, then you cry again. Your emotions will run high, and low, high, and low again, and it's just going to make you want to keep watching the play many, many more times to come. But for now, I just want to say a big thank you to all the different media that are here today. Of course, with the Sumafa thing, we know that you're going to do your job in promoting our production to the people. So I'm kind of sort of excited, looking forward to seeing everybody on the night. It's a one-off premiere, so make sure there's some publicity posters that are going out on social media with some contact details where you can make contact there through those numbers and emails. And then, of course, somebody will get back to you. Otherwise, your Vodafone will give you some information more. Some amazing questions. And of course, if you're from Sangam or Vodafone, on behalf of Vodafone, our major sponsors and all our other sponsors, if I could just name them quickly, Lucky Food Town, amazing with their kikisainga. They're the number one. Their kikisainga is stood for Lucky Food Town. Matt Newell, Screen Printing and Science, they're in Songi, CN Tafa, Matthew Teo from Mamoni, and also Sina World Travel from Brisbane, Australia, and not only that, but also our other sponsors. What the other one, just in case I might miss down? Motonga Hotel, and of course Motonga Upholstery. So with that, thank you, Lauren, and God bless each and every one of you. So if you want me, Manuel.
Media, any facility no lisunga ya pulotu, ya mesepoyo to my main character in Tato play. Faile ai te tonu o manina. Langi e isa kasili mole.
Yeah, I'm a morning. Let me tell you what play all in English. We've seen documentaries before in Maui, different documents, and it's all in English. What's the possibility of passing more or go especially if you're taking it out to schools?
Yeah.
I mean, English is good, but in your own language.
Manaya. It's in Manaya facility, Alangi. Probably one of the things I didn't mention in the beginning is this play is actually bilingual. It's 60% Palangi and 40% Samoan. And the reason why I've used some Palangi dialogue is just helps to further the story and easier for everybody to understand. That's why I've decided 60% Palangi and 40% Samoan. Yeah, so but I think everybody has a different take when you watch it. It's probably you'll probably end up saying, oh no, that was 50-50. But I did it for that reason, so that in making sure that the story is flowing and clear, so that everybody can understand from the ngata matua I te matilaichi. Never tell them what
or the title or the play, it's the Maui the Visitor. Well, you know, the Maui or the Mepatino Rawatanata Samoa, but when you put the visitor on it, that brings a foreign concept to it. What was the inspiration behind the combination of the two?
You know, you're right about the Maui. The visitors is that all these countries that have colonized our beautiful nation, our beautiful paradise, you know, you're talking about America, and then of course the Germans, and finally New Zealand. You know, I've always looked upon these different countries as visitors here, even though they colonize our nation. But at the end of the day, they're just visitors. They were here to do a certain amount of work, whatever they were doing, evil work they were doing, and then of course they leave and then they go back to their countries. So the visitor actually represents or representation of them, but you know, specifically streamlined to this particular New Zealand Palangi officer who was involved in the shooting, and of course and got involved in other parts of the play as well, and you will find that out as we head towards the end of the production. So that's the reason and the motivation for me having the visitor. Which I still look at them as visitors and nothing else for a year, for a certain amount of time, and then
I wasn't thinking of
because paradise belongs to us. It doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to us. And we decided to fight and take ownership of our country back. Yeah. But now we see a lot of them today visiting our beautiful paradise. There's still visitors like Paul Rubin.
Did you, were you able to spend time with Tupu on this?
Yes, my native city is. We've spent a few times with Tupu Tamsese. Tupu Efi. He's also given us his blessings, me and my wife, and he's one of our VIPs. VIPs on the night with his Masiofo. He's very, very excited too about this play. You know, it's all about empowering our people and the great work that they've been doing from back in the early 1900s. There were some politicians where I've had some conversations with who obviously didn't want to give too much credit to the Aimo, to put them Sese, but the truth has to be told, and I can't be sidetracked from some of the different information that is coming from other politicians, because if you research hard enough, you will find that the bulk of the word came from, the Tupua side of the family, and as well as there's many followers after that. So grateful that we receive his blessings, and grateful that he will be on the night with his Masiofo to be a part, be one of the VIPs on the premiere night, the 1st of June. So yes, learn a lot from him too, by the way. And I found out that I'm also related to him. On my Safune side and Mocheri side.
That makes it easy for you.
Tatono wale ailisi fesili maisara tato media. Ya vene ya vanua ya outside the media and Italian Vodafone team come mole for our photo opportunity. The first one is
Team production.